When it comes to all the Duggar family recipes that they've shared throughout the years, especially their tater tot casserole, I think there's a ton of different reasons why most of them tend to be really, really simple. Because at the end of the day, it really does help you dive into the fact that, take the religion out of things. In the way beginning of, when the Duggars were all over TLC, everyone had the same exact question. How do y'all make it work? How do you deal with having that many people in your home? What are the logistics to having a household that runs as well as it reasonably can? Number one, ease in cooking. The Duggar daughters were the ones who were really in charge of most of the cooking. I'm sure Michelle did some stuff on occasion, but these were, younger girls. They weren't throwing together big, crazy, elaborate meals. They needed things that were easy. They needed things that were quick, and it just would make sense to simplify stuff. Number two, with that many kids in the family, do you realize how many different flavor palettes there are? There's going to be some people who love a certain flavor seasoning, some kids who hate the same stuff, people who like different cuisines, people who don't like other, different kind of international cuisines, whatever it is. So they'd be probably trying to go for things that were the most dead down the center, middle of the road, easily people pleasing. I know a lot of people have to feed a ton of people at one point. A lot of them will actually decide, to make sure that things maybe aren't super seasoned or maybe aren't, filled with certain spices just to make sure that everyone would eat it. And then number three, which a lot of people don't realize, and this is especially true when they were, living in their smaller homes before they built the family home and that they, the parents still live in. When you live in as small of a space that they had and had that many people shoved into it, you have to do with what space you have. You also have very limited resources money-wise, and you have to make things stretch. Do you know what takes up a fair amount of space, when space is super limited and is taking up money that they probably feel could have been spent other ways? Seasoning. Additional ingredients, a bunch of cheeses. You know how much cheese costs? Eventually, you try to put a bunch of cheese and veggies and stuff in all sorts of casseroles, the price is going to start going up. And you may think, okay, it's just one dish. We got to keep doing it over and over and over again. To choose that much cheese to feed all the Duggars, that's going to cost money, and it's going to take up space. To season everything, everyone says, it doesn't take that much seasoning, or you can get seasons cheap. But when you really start counting every single penny, it makes sense. There are going to be some things and some dishes that they're going to cut out of, and seasoning probably going to be one of them.